so far are pretty nice.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, during that story, you were testing me on all these words now.
Very impressive.
We've ascertained I can at least say mojito. Funny
There have been some debates in the 7 Sharp pod today about general pronunciation. In fact, for that story, Tim was wondering if it was Audi or Audi. Tim says Audi. Tim says Audi.
That was probably something from Hosking. So this is the book that you've been, well, you didn't really review it, but you talked to the author. And
I reviewed some of the food and it was
amazing
excellent.
recipes. Like, have a look at that one. It's basically just a Cuban sandwich, but man, it looks delicious. You tucked in, didn't you?
A lot of pig in that. Yes, I did
during
actually.
This piece.
I did.
Yes, she is the larger-than-life Latina chef who divides her time between New Zealand and New York. Grace Ramirez has cooked for Gordon Ramsay and is a judge again this year on My Kitchen Rules.
And yes, she has also just released this, her cookbook, La Latina, bringing her favourite Latin American dishes down under to Aotearoa. It was my very tough assignment, my very difficult assignment, to go out on a lunch date with Chef Grace.
So the boss rang up on a Tuesday and said, go get lunch with Grace Ramirez. Take an appetite. He said, take a stroll, as our favourite New Zealand Latina shows you her favourite New York Latino eats.
What I like about eating New York is you can find any type of food you can dream of.
Yeah.
But especially you can find Latin food in a lot of great places.
One thing you learn quickly on a lunch date with Grace is that she's the boss.
I think we should order the corn on the cob.
Yep, she does the ordering.
I see this and I just want to dance.
Yeah. Don't let me stop.
Can we dance now, please?
Yeah. This Cuban sandwich has a pig's worth of pork.
You're not intimidated.
No.
Good.
I'm salivating.
Okay.
That's freedom right there. But if the Cubano is a bit messy,
Isn't it amazing?
the Mexican street corn covered in Parmesan is next level.
This is very hard to eat and look cool at the same time, isn't it?
Absolutely. You can try, but you're not gonna. It's everywhere, though.
Is it?
Here, sweetie, I think you need the napkin.
Thanks, Mom.
Wait, you can't go on a first date and eat
That would be a
this.
terrible idea doing this on the first day.
It's like, let me take
This is
you
like
to
a 10th day. This is like...
This is like a
We've
year.
been married for 3 years and we're still not at that.
Grace Ramirez has had a crazy life.
My family's from Venezuela.
Yeah.
I was born in Miami, and I was raised in New York. My heart is Latin, therefore I love Latin food.
Of course, Latin American food comes with some obvious favourites.
When it comes down to it, everyone loves tacos,
Yeah.
don't they?
Everyone loves tacos.
And with that in mind,
There it is all over everywhere. But that's all right.
It's so good.
So good, right? Okay, aquí tenemos la tostada del amor, which is a tostada made of love. Look how pretty that is.
Love and avocado.
Love, avocado, beans. Can you handle your heat?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
tostadas are kind of like big corn chips.
It's going to be on your nose again.
And piled high with all sorts of goodness, they're a great way to continue a theme.
Oil on my nose.
Here you go.
The good news is you'll still see Grace Ramirez around our shores.
I'm so proud to be a little Kiwi at heart.
And her cookbook is well worth it, even if just for this one dish.
What do we got?
Arepas.
Arepas.
Arepas are from Venezuela, so obviously they're my favorite. This is what I grew up with. They're a little pocket of deliciousness made of corn with different fillings.
I feel like we've seen each other at our worst. It doesn't matter where these go. I think it's my favourite too.
You're sold, right?
Yeah.
Are you in love?
Yeah.
But here's a tip. When you shop for ingredients to make your own Latin feast, just don't forget the paper towels.
Ay Dios, you missed your whole nose.
You can't take me anywhere. Honestly, I thought I needed a bib or something.
Lucky you had Grace to pat you
Lucky
down.
I had Grace. If you're keen to test some of that food, we've chucked the names of the restaurants on our Facebook page. The only catch is obviously they're in New York, and Grace's book, La Latina, is out this week.
I feel like you should do everyone a favour too and maybe make a list of foods not to eat on a first date. Number 1, corn, on our Facebook page too. That food did look delicious. All right, in terms of